Hi, I'm Rob Warner. I'm David Skeeter. We're here to talk to you about an environmental problem known as urban sprawl. What is urban sprawl? Is the next question we usually get. Mr. Skeeter, would you care to define urban sprawl for the nice people on the parents' page?
Yep. The urban sprawl is the increased development of a certain area, which includes housing and industry.
As far as its history, at least as the United States is concerned, that much of it came after World War II, which we won, back-to-back World War champions. The GI Bill made it possible for low-income housing for veterans returning to settle and build houses on the outskirts of towns.
These people are called the baby boomers. These people came back from war, ready to make families, ready to make money, ready to make housing, right? So this is where we come up with the idea of urban sprawl. People move out of the traditional cities, go out to the suburbs, start building houses, start making families, start creating the American dream.
You keep that away from
With this new economic framework, it became a financially rational choice to find yourself in one of these settings, such as Levittown. John Levitt was an urban planner. He made many of these things that ended up in the little boxes, the maze of houses. And they sprung up everywhere. Here's a picture of Levittown. The biggest Levittown's actually in Pennsylvania, so she's sitting home. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows for the urban sprawl. We ran into environmental issues, not just for animals and not just for vegetation, but for humans as well. To start you off on that, we'll have Mr. Skeena talk about natural habitat destruction.
So as soon as the people started moving into the suburbs, we were kicking out animals out of their natural habitat. We were creating extinction for some animals and loss of vegetation and food sources for other animals. Another problem we have with urbanization is that we have a lot of light and sound reflecting off of these urban areas. So it throws off animals like bats and other sonar-dependent animals.
Light pollution has even been known to affect humans. Studies have shown that the human body will actually adjust to a 25-hour day, a circadian rhythm. Meaning that our body thinks it takes 25 hours to get around the sun because of all this artificial light, throwing off sleep schedules. So if you ever feel tired in the morning, or you feel like you always feel tired in the morning, you can blame lights. Our good friend Thomas Edison.
it's eating the radiator.
Also, the more CO2 emission from the edge of urbanization as the industry moves out to these suburbs as well, the closer you are to the hinterlands for runoff, CO2 pollution, and the quicker it is polluting. Excuse me.
But there is hope. We do have solutions to fix all these problems that we've mentioned, some that we have not, but we plan to make attractive, affordable housing within already developed areas. So the houses that these baby boomers created, like Levittown, we want to upgrade these houses. We don't want to expand any further than we have to.
Also, there have been studies done, I'll show you one right here from the EIA, that says that our energy consumption looks to be leveling off. In British Columbia, it's BTUs, if you're into the acronym game. If you see here, we've been steadily increasing since 1980, but starting 2 years ago in 2010, our percentages have gone down. While now at 37%, it's predicted that we'll use 32% oil and other liquids in order to power. Coal, 21, down to 20. Nuclear is same at 9. Natural gas the same, 25. Liquid biofuels up to 3%, and most importantly, I think renewables from 7 to 11%. This is all by 2035. These predictions made by the Steve Board like the EIA give us all hope that by putting these people together in cities and in urban areas that the sprawl has created, we can better educate people about how to use renewable resources and how to be environmentally sound and environmentally intelligent with the choices we make within our own urban areas.
So I have a question, you guys.
Andy,
Can you guys tell me about water problems in Las Vegas or Phoenix?
Yeah, sure. So, as a picture diagram here, this is Las Vegas in 1973. This is Las Vegas in 2006, right? So, as you know, Las Vegas and such areas as Phoenix, it's a desert area. So it's hard to get water in there. And Rob's going to explain a little more about that.
yeah, I'll talk about, you mentioned Mr. Buckland, that was a great question that you mentioned about Phoenix as well. Did you know that the major cities in Arizona, being Tucson, Glendale, and Phoenix, are all within a 30-mile radius? This is because they have to import their water because, they're totally in a desert. So it's hard to get water there. So through massive pipelines, which takes construction, so that's cost, that's hurting the environment because you've got these huge tunnels that are pushing in water. It's become to the point where the more they sprawl out, the harder it's going to be to get water. It's predicted that an additional 1 billion people will move to cities in the next 20 years. That has to accounts for the 5% increase that people think we're going to have in cities, and also the population increases we recently passed 7 billion. So these are problems that, while there's hope, they're not going away, and hard work needs to be done, especially for desert towns. And Las Vegas is actually the most water-deprived city in the United States. So they've got a long road ahead.
And the most water efficient city in the country.
It pays to be that way.
That's right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Good job.
You guys really caught me off guard with this one.